I ain't scared. I think. I don't feel
You
scared.
seem scared right now.
No, yeah, my ass is hella flexing.
You don't got a tripod? Got taped to a room?
Wait. Oh, I got one. Hey, wait. So that dude can, what he do? Any ticket except for DUIs.
Wait, now we can't talk about it.
What?
Because we're recording right now, bro. I'm not gonna edit this shit.
Oh, for real? Bro, you better edit that out.
I'm not gonna edit anything.
Man, you know how to edit.
Do you, Manny?
Bro, all you do is erase, copy, paste.
You can like walk around and all this shit. So what I'm doing right now is I'm using the Gold FX from Babelish. And I don't know why it's blinking red, but these are the new clippers that I've been using lately for pretty much everything for like lineups and balling out, just because it's a strong clipper in my opinion, and it's cordless, it's wireless.
You're getting pretty bald right there.
No, it's been a hard couple of days, but leave me alone. Man, I've been pissed off since Thursday. I ain't done yet either.
You could go downwards with it too as well. Just for me, I don't know, like for bulk, I like to turn the clipper around, the trimmer around, and go bald, but it does leave like little spots. So that's why sometimes I'll go up with it. I didn't even do an introductory. What's up, y'all? It's Cake and it's Randy. We're back in trying to make YouTube videos again. Currently, right now, I'm gonna do a bald fade on my client Mike. We'll just do a quick little step by step, and you guys will just watch how I do my fades on Mike. So pretty much, what I just did was I made the first guideline, which is the skin right here, and then as you can see, my client's hairline is a little receding. So y'all will see a trick.
It's called stress. It's coming back though. Don't zoom in on that. Zoom on the back.
He zoomed in.
Zoom in on the back. There's some more hair back there. I promise you.
So Mike's hair is really coarse. So with his lineup or whatever, see that right there? Boom, it's gone. Just.
Man, you sure so many hits.
His hair is coarse, so his hair can go over. And I'm also gonna do his beard as well. Make sure before you start cutting the hair, you comb it out the way that you want to cut it. And this part I can already tell is gonna give me a little bit of problems right here because of his how his cowlick is laid out, but it shouldn't be that hard. So now what I'm gonna use is my Andis Masters. The cordless Andis Masters Li. I'm gonna go open all the way with it, and then I'm gonna go about an inch all the way around. And then the top of his head, I think, is 5. I think I take the top of his head down to a 5, but really I do it a 4, but I just don't tell him. I take it down to a 4, I don't tell him.
Is that why it be so cold?
So again, you guys see that I always have my comb in my left hand and the clipper in my right hand. For those of you wondering like about using the shaver, this shaver, I use the shaver. Is that my phone?
Mm-hmm.
Your phone. I use the balding shaver at the end of the haircut, and you'll see why in a few minutes. So now I'm gonna take his hair down. This is gonna be real quick. So I'm gonna get the magnetic number 4.
Is that a 4 or 5?
It's a 4. I don't know if I go open or close. So what I'm gonna do first, I'm gonna go open and cut it. When was the last time I cut your hair?
Shit, like 2 weeks? 2 weeks?
2 weeks. So I think I actually go close. It is short, right? What happened right there, Mike?
That's one of the
You got one? There you go. So I got the 4 going, and I'm going across his head with it. Let's see this.
But man, you should just do it from the back. Just stand in the back. Just stand behind me, bro. There you go, man. Just keep on going. Don't stop. Go all the way to the back.
No, you're good. Your hairline's alright. It's not bad.
Cool.
Don't worry about it.
I'm worried, bro. I'm really worried.
So I'm gonna like go over his head real quick. So the reason why I even take the top down last is because I'm not gonna take like all this hair down with the number 4. So it's easier for me and quicker for me to take down all the hairs that I'm gonna use for later. Or like what?
You gonna put it back?
I understood you, bro.
What? Bro, I'm not gonna use the number 4 for down here, so that's why like I'll wait to do all my other guidelines. Yo, I got a smoker's fucking voice right now. This is not cool, bro.
Bro, you can edit that. You can make yourself sound like Arnold Schwarzenegger if you want to.
Why don't you just try to do a voiceover?
So what I'm gonna do now?
Oh, you could.
Is now that I'm done with the number 4, I'm gonna go with the 1.5 guard. Lately, this has been my best friend. It's been one of my favorite guards to use. I'm gonna go with number 1, the 1.5 close. I'm gonna go up. So you see when I cut his hair. So this is the things that you guys have to pay attention to. When I cut his hair, his hair moves. Like it's like I'm moving his hair that way. So what you want to do is you want to give yourself room for air, especially with coarse hair like this right here. And then for his cowlick that's in the back, I'm just gonna go high, but then kind of give it the illusion that it's still kind of dark. So again, with the 1/4, I'm going up about an inch. And then I'm gonna go, so I did bald, open, 1/4, right? And then a 4. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna go with the 3. Now I'm gonna actually go with the 2. Where's my 2? I'm gonna go with the 2 open, and I'm gonna start trying to blend it out. See, so now the back of his head is still kind of dark, and all this is already going to be blended from the 4 to the 2. The 2, yep. Lately, I've been really liking these clippers. It took me a minute to get used to it because I'm not really a master's kind of guy. But you'll see, I'm gonna pull out the Austin fast foods in a second to get them all cleaned up. All right. You can pan around and look at his hair for right now.
I wouldn't suggest the front.
Again, make sure that your client is all clean. I don't know, for me, personal preference is I like seeing like a clean smock or a clean cape.
Coronavirus.
And I hate having like hair on my hands and my arms. All right, so what I'm gonna do now is I'm pulling out the Oster fast feeds, and this is the 1/8 guard. I'm gonna go close. I'm gonna try to blend this whole thing out now. You need to stay right there. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna do my best. I'm gonna give it all I got.
Hey, that's better than what I would have did.
So as you guys can see, I don't flick my wrist to cut hair. That's a lot of wrist action that you don't want. I've been cutting hair for a really long time, and going off of like my shoulders and off my elbows, it's helped in my career from cutting hair. I'm only gonna do one half, and then you guys can figure out the rest. Whatever I'm doing right now, y'all can just replicate that for the other side. Let's just focus on this half right here. All right. Pen over the ghost. So now I'm gonna go back to my 0 guard, my 1/16 purple magnet guard. Oh, and I'm gonna close it. So it's not really cutting anything, so I'm gonna take that off real quick. So I'm gonna go ahead and just use the straight fast feed. And I'm gonna kind of go halfway. Oster still hasn't really upgraded their fast feed clipper as far as making indications on where it's open, closed, or middle. So go ahead and do this job right here. So what I'm doing is I know that there's still that bottom line, but I'm fading downwards right now. So as you've seen that I made my markings going up, and then now I'm trying to fade downwards. Now I'm gonna open it up all the way. And I'm corner cutting when I'm getting close to the corner, and I'm not really using like the full blade of the clipper to get it. So I'm just using, now I'm corner cutting using the right side of my clipper to get the right side of the left area of his head, right? Now I'm gonna kind of like, I'm just gonna close it all the way. I'm like testing to see what I can and cannot do. You'll see me using the levers, playing with the lever a lot. I like to call that just trigger play. So yeah, right now it's super closed, and now I have the clipper kind of flushed on the bottom line, and now I'm gonna try to eliminate the bottom line with just the clipper. And then when I do use the shaver, and I'll have the shaver meet this part right here, that's when I'll use my liners to eliminate that bottom line. You can back up a little bit. Let's see. Let's try to get you over here. But yeah, that's good. So now I'm gonna go back open, and I'm gonna try to take care of the parts that I see that are dark. Man, maybe I do need a ring light for right here. And then I'm gonna go back to close. Actually, make sure to always dust off your clipper. Let's go closed. Everything is all closed right now. And you're going to see that line, but what you don't want to do is you don't want to make any more lines going up. So, actually, I'll tell you guys what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to pull out my liners and try to take out this bottom line, and then I'm actually going to use the balding for this part. So, I'm still going to also do his beard. I'm going to just already try to fade it out so it'll be easier, more like appealing when I do line it up in a second. So now with that, I use a whole lot of different clippers, trimmers too. These are the wall detailers, the cordless ones. I don't really use these ones for lineups, but I feel like These are really good for blending and taking out little hairs and stuff. All right, so I'll just lift the skin up. I'm kind of grazing it. I'm not trying to, again, like I'm kind of like skipping a step just because I know how my client's hair already is. So I'm gonna just go ahead and use the full blade on the detailer to kind of cut into it. You guys will see that I use a lot of different clippers. I changed up my whole setup. I don't only use the Oscar Fast Feeds anymore to cut hair. I even use Babyliss clippers, which I'm gonna use right now. I'm gonna use the Volaires, the Babyliss Volaires, with the 0.5 guard. And I'm gonna listen for that crunch. I don't know if you guys can hear the crunch, but I could definitely hear the crunch. That's why I think that these clippers are one of the better ones in the market, just because you can hear the crunch, and it's just a satisfying sound for me. And then that's how you change from open to close right there. So I'm gonna go second notch, and I'm gonna corner cut. Now this should take care of everything right now. This should take care of, like, I use these ones to kind of like get me out of a hole if I'm having a hard time like blending or fading or whatever. I can always count on these to kind of like rescue the haircut or enhance it to make it better. These clippers actually, they're hard to get used to, but once you get used to it and know how to cut with these, like, I promise that you won't go back. I'm not sponsored by Babyliss or whatever, but I just really like these clippers. Actually, Barbershop Connect gave me these clippers to use, and I bought another pair. So now I'm gonna use the shaver. The shaver, the Profile Li shaver, and I'm gonna go ahead and go straight. I'm gonna kind of go straight at the line, but not try to make like another. I'm not trying to make another guideline. I'm just trying to take care of the bulk and how I think the haircut should look at the end of it. So I kind of drop this part down a little bit. You can come on this side, man. Shout out to Manny for recording the video right now. And then, so you see that there's the bald area right here. There's the liners bald, and then it meets right here. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna corner cut this joint right here, and then all the little dots. Oh, fuck. All the little dots. I'm gonna try to take. I'm corner cutting the dots. What the hell? Oh, that was your phone. I'm corner cutting the dots. I'm gonna try to fade it out already. Boom. Now, I know you guys still see the line right there. I see it too, trust me. I'll leave it there to make the final effect of the fade, for the fade to pop out. I'm gonna use my hitters, the ones that I use my lineups with. I'm gonna use my hitters, and I'm gonna go ahead and even go at it this way and take care of that. And I'm using the corner of the blade. Boom. Voila. Step back a little bit further, come out that way. Focus on the cut. now I'm gonna go down with the shaver. Take care of those dots. Actually, I'll just do this side of his lineup, just so we can just do a full side of the haircut. But there's a lot that goes on into haircuts and stuff. Like I still see like a little bit of dots, so I'm gonna take care of those things. So for me, it's always quality over quantity. Like I want to give my client the best haircut that I can give them, so I can get a bigger tip. But it don't always work out that way.
Not this guy.
Sorry. It's been a rough month.
So if you guys just watching the video, then I'm just using, like I'm flipping back and forth with clippers now, and I'm doing different things. I'm doing whatever it takes to make sure that it gets that effect of a nice blend and a nice fade. So even what I'm gonna do right now, you can just stay right there, is when I go behind him, I can see like little hair sticking up. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna freehand it using the volare. I'm gonna take care of those guys. So you see that I'm guiding his head with my left hand, and I'm also guiding his head with my pinky back here as I make the stroke to take care of all the little small hairs. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and bust out the cordless and his T-outliners with the iCut Pro thing on there. And when I do lineups, I like using a comb. I don't like using a brush because I think the brush would knock you down. So, as I said earlier, he has like his hairline is a little receding, just a little bit. So we're gonna try to keep this part as low as possible, but also make it sharp without bringing it back too much.
Please. Please do something.
So I'm gonna push him down, push him all the way down, push his head forward. Now I'm gonna use a full guard right here. And I can already see which way I'm gonna go with it. Really right now I'm thinking about how I'm gonna make his sideline pop out. But the way that I cut his hair already, it should pop once I hit him with the lineup, with the edge up. Check this out. Using the full guard right here. I started from the bottom and I'm gonna meet it at the top. I'm using the full blade. So right here. Right there. Now what I like to do too is for picture purposes, I like getting the angle of like right here to see like the whole fade and like the lineup. So sometimes you'll see hair that combs out that way. What you want to do is just comb that hair out that way a little more. Take care of the overhanging hairs. And then now I can see that this part is still dark. This area is still dark right here. And even right here. So right now, I'm gonna just use the liners to do that. I'm skilled enough to go ahead and get this open. And then close it. All the little hairs count.
Yes, sir.
Cool. Come back this way, man. Alright, so now this is the left side of my client Mike's head. Let's see. Man.
Nah, you look not morning.
Alright, y'all. Peace.